Hi, welcome to B3 Comics. Today we continue our look at DC's Throne of Atlantis crossover event with Justice League number 16. The issue is written by Jeff Johns with art by Ivan Reis and Joe Prado. The issue picks up from Aquaman number 15 with Aquaman choking Batman in front of Superman, Wonder Woman, and Ocean Master. Of course, as usual, Batman has prepared for a situation like this. He uses potassium to react with the water and create an explosion. A fight breaks out with Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman fighting against the Ocean Master. Aquaman ends up fighting both sides. As the fight intensifies, Ocean Master orders the Atlantean armies to invade the surface world. Superman attempts to push back the Atlanteans by using his heat vision to cause the oceans to boil. Aquaman begs Ocean Master to end the conflict, saying that he has just pissed off the most powerful being on the planet. Ocean Master disagrees with Arthur's assessment and uses his scepter to cause lightning to strike the Justice League, including Aquaman. He decides that the 4 members are sentenced to the Dark Waters. With the heavy hitters of the Justice League neutralized, it falls to Cyborg to mount a resistance. First, he retrieves Dr. Shin, the surface world's foremost expert on Atlantis. He then goes to Argus to ask his father to make cybernetic modifications to him that will allow underwater use. His father warns him that he will have to give up his last remaining lung, making him even less human. Cyborg also sends out a message to what he calls the Grid. He calls out to other superheroes and inducts them into the Justice League. So I'm glad they're finally introducing new characters into the Justice League. It's been a year and a half since Flashpoint, so I've been waiting for this for quite a while now. Why don't we first take a look at the roster that we saw on the final page of this issue and see who's in it. So one of the first people that definitely sticks out is Shazam. We've seen him in the backstory of the Justice League issues. We know he's Billy Batson, a kid. But some other characters we see are Green Arrow, the vigilante billionaire who's been trying to get on the league for a while. Another person is Hawkman, who's the reincarnated Egyptian. Gold Rush is going to join the team. I'm not quite sure who she is. I think she's new. Zatanna, who has that Gotham connection. She does magic, and she's been in Justice League Dark quite a bit in the New 52. Firestorm's going to be joining the team. He's always been a really cool hero since he can change elements into a different element. So it's kind of like a cool chemistry, science type power set. Black Canary's going to join the team, it looks like. And she's always been a staple member of the Justice League. Element Woman, she's a fairly new character. Jeff Johns created her during Flashpoint, so we'll have to see what kind of person she is. Vixen's going to join the team. She was on Justice League International, and now it looks like they're bringing her up to the Justice League. So she's been around for a while. And then the last character they show is Black Lightning. That guy can control lightning. He's a teacher. A lot of these characters have already been on the Justice League before. Not in the New 52, but it's not like these people are really coming out of nowhere. I mean, Gold Rush is, and Element Woman is, but the rest of them all definitely, I think, belong on the Justice League. We'll have to see how long they stick around for, though. We know Jeff Johns is starting up a new title, Justice League of America, which is going to be different than just the Justice League. So we'll see if some characters go over there or if they're on both. I mean, there's still a lot of unknowns. We're not sure how long these people are going to be here for. Personally, I kind of like the Justice League as kind of a smaller team. That way you can focus in on very specific characters. When you have such a large roster, it's hard to kind of have individual storylines. And, I mean, maybe you'll have a storyline that focuses on one specific character. But what I've always liked about the Justice League is, like, the interpersonal dynamics. I kind of like how they've always sort of paired up, Batman and Superman are always kind of, like, buddies and, at the top, and Flash and Green Lantern always kind of have their kind of connection is like they're not in the big three, but they're still there and they're still super powerful. These interpersonal dynamics, I think, are the small little touches that make the Justice League really cool. So with the larger roster, hopefully they don't lose that. So when Cyborg does send this message out on the grid to these new members, it also makes me think of who's not on there, which characters should be introduced in the Justice League that aren't. The one that stands out the most to me is the Martian Manhunter. That guy basically created the Justice League, so I feel like he should definitely be in it now. I think maybe the reason he's not is because he's doing his whole thing with Stormwatch, and I think he'll play more into a later event when they kind of go into the origins of the New 52 universe. Another character I think that I'm kind of surprised isn't on the Justice League now was Power Girl. She was pretty popular before the New 52, but I think maybe they didn't pick her just because she's so similar to Superman. With the expanding roster, it's easy to forget this issue is actually about the Throne of Atlantis event. And like I said, I've been a big fan of Aquaman since the New 52. And this event, I still have mixed feelings about it, but this issue was pretty solid. We kind of got to see Ocean Master a little bit more, and it just surprised me how powerful Ocean Master is. I mean, with his scepter, he could control the water and he could control the weather, and he basically almost killed Batman and took down Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman simultaneously. So this guy is legit, and I think it's just really cool that he's like a real badass supervillain for them to go against. I feel like he's probably the toughest villain the Justice League has fought in so far. I mean, so far they've fought in Darkseid, who's like the big bad in the DC universe, but at the same time his focus is never always 100% on like destroying Earth. And they've also fought Graves, who I think was kind of a stupid villain for them to fight. But Orm is just wrecking the Justice League, and we'll have to see like what Cyborg can do to turn things around. So when it comes to giving a grade to Justice League number 16, I'm still liking the event. It's very epic. Seeing the Atlantean army invade is just really cool. And I'm going to give this issue 3.5 out of 5. So thanks for watching B3 Comics review of Justice League number 16. Before I go, I got a question for you guys, though. Cyborg's introducing all these new members to the Justice League. If you could choose any character from the DC Universe to add to the Justice League, who would it be? Leave your answer below in the comments, and thumbs up this video if you like it. Thanks!